this is the updated teardrop 2 movement through Irithyll and through Grand Archives with a new route for economy, like with the late +2, +3 even. So the first thing you want to do, obviously you want to get into the spot, so what you're looking for is, you want to stand about where I was standing. You line this up by looking at this leaf here. It's a little white marker on the left side of my foot, from this angle right here. It's like a star sort of shape. You want to stand like right left to it, almost your foot on it, and you want to point like right to this bit of the rocks. It's a bit brighter than the rest of it. And you want to put your head right so it covers it. Just run forward and jump. You do that a couple times, get the timing down. As soon as you land, you just quit out, load back in, and then you're going to do the teardrop. So teardrop, you spell swap, you drop down. So make sure you got Henri's out, and then you spell swap, first try, of course. Now you got that, you got the tier on, everything's ready. I aim for this rock here. You can, like, I sort of look at this enemy here, like, just quickly get this one rock. So it's about where the angle changes on the rock formations, and this one in the middle. And you sort of put your head right over it, and then just tap off until you drop down. And I lost the tier, that's really terrible. I'll show you what I do if I lose the tier. So obviously you want to span Henri here all the way through. I'm going to try to avoid this tree a little bit, don't collide with it. I actually don't know if it got collision, so never mind. Don't really tested it. So anyway, you keep on moving, you do Henri's all the way through. I'm going to spare my hands and just do Estus for now, since you can also see my movement. So you move past these guys, they rarely ever attack, because you're going to be sprinting. Move through here on the left side to avoid the enemies. You roll through the boxes or barrels. Move around him. It's kind of hard to see where I am because I don't have the tier. Just up here. Since I lost the tier, I'm not gonna switch around my inventory just yet. And obviously right here, you want to keep spamming Henri's all the way through. Move here on the left side of that tombstone, left side of this tree. Come around. You want to start running. And right here, you can't really tell just yet, but it's a line here. This is the line on the tree you want to aim for and just run straight at. All the while, just spamming Henri's, get your health back up. You want to get health to about 80 to 90% at least. Alright, so coming up here for the updated movement, you want to have a very specific height to make sure you get up to what you need and what you need to not get hit by a kill box. So you want to put your center of the screen in this line. Like this line is going to be centered, perfectly centered. And if you go too far left, you'll lose the run, you'll get a death cam, and you can't get out of it. So when I get here, you see there's a glow right here. That's my center of the body, that's about the center of the screen. So you want to put that right on that line, like right here. That's going to be a good height. And usually what I do, if I need to Estus here, like an Ashen Estus, I usually just drink it against this wall, because you're going to be moving slower anyway. And then you're going to want to do teardrop, another spell swap if you lose tier. You can do it without, but I just kind of prefer having it. So you just stand still, just start spamming it, just accept the time loss. Alright, so I got a third try, that's fine. Anyway, so now I got that bit done, so you're going to start moving here. You want to move all the way to hit this wall. It's about here, I think. Yeah. And then this wall here is sort of invisible on either side of it. But you want to move like against this to make sure you really make it through without running into things. Coming up here, just stay left. Like don't run into these walls too much and just keep going left here. You want to go up this roof bit here. And then coming up here, you're going to have to move fast because there's going to be arrows. You want to move against this wall until you get a little boost up. Then you go back here. And do the same thing on this wall. You go across and come up here. And then all the way up here by the archer, just sprint past him. He usually doesn't hit you, but like obviously pay attention. He can clip you if you got bad stamina management. Happens to me sometimes, or happened rather. Keep sprinting away. You want to. So the movement is, you're moving around here, coming down, and you come up this thing. You're gonna have to do it fast, like I did now. you'll get hit and most likely lose the tier. Then you come up on this roof, and then against this roof here, and come around. You'll have to go back and look at that again. I wasn't really shown well. But then you come across here, and you move up. You lose all your health coming through here. If you don't have the tier, you go really wide around this. It's about this area. And you move against this one instead. This one won't take away your HP, so you can do it without the tier. You move up against that, and then on the way back, you just stay clear of this and go all the way back. Like right here, I usually do my menus to equip the Carthus Rouge and equip the Chocolate Pine Bundles. And just come across here. Usually I just do the easy method of Henri right here to really make sure you're doing right movements. Coming across here, you want to start spamming Henris again, all the while. Just doing that. You want to come up on the left side of this, about where I am now. Just keep spamming Henris through all of this. Like when he does stuff, you can stop because you need to manage your stamina. Because you want to be sprinting all the while. Move up on this bit. I'll try to go around and show you about where you need to be. So right now, they're wanting to kill me, right? But you want to move up, if you watch my cursors, to about this step, I think. About this step is where I aim for. And then turn around. But I think you can go a little bit lower, you'll have to try. But this, where he is standing now, is too low. Anyway. So you need to move up against the main gate area. So keep on spamming Henris here, just really spam it. All the while. So you do that, you'll come up here, and you're going to kill Aldrich. On this stair bit, you just move up about here, like right when you're about this height. Ready up your resin, and you also want to unequip the things here, the stuff in the ring, so you can put on armor later without losing the mid-roll. And I think it's 46 hits on Aldrich now. It's like a ton of hits, but it's only about 10 seconds more than using +0 instead of +2. So just keep spamming him. Your resin will last the entire thing. It takes about 53 seconds, I think it was, killing him in game time. So this bit obviously just R1 spamming. Yeah, there's really not much to it. I think, I think Nems wanted to try, like, two-handing the sword and hitting Aldrich's body, but it's not really working out. So go back and count how many hits that was. Coming up here, you spam Henris for a tiny bit, till about here, and then you just line up the soul use, get on the stairs and pop it, and you just walk into this corner, and you'll get teleported. And when you get teleported, you'll be outside of Dancer, and now we're going to do the Archives bit, and this is where a lot of new stuff is for considering. So come in here, you want to start spamming Henris straight away. Move up this stairs, all the way up, turn around, come back, just keep spamming Henris. Then just up this bit of fence, you get boosted up, you turn back, like keep spamming Henris all the time as much as you can. Up this fence, you move through. You see here, this is where you got collision, so right where I'm going to pop through is where you're going to aim. Right on this archway is where there's no more collision. You move through here, there's no collision here. You want to get boosted up by this bit. You want to keep spamming Henris until you got full health, which you should have full health about now if you're really tenacious about spamming Henris. Up that fence bit, through here, you're going to spawn in everything. Alright, so this is where I want to have, like right here, you should have full health. So what I usually do here is that you unequip the sword fully, you put on full assassin gear, and you start running. So this is like any other route, you're inbound right now. You want to sprint past these guys, go about here, start getting stamina back, start sprinting, so that the spear guy always misses you if he does anything. Go here, sprinting to this side, around. Yeah. Then through the dragons. There is also a Peach video for the dragonfire, I'll link it in the description I think. Anyway, you go here, you roll all the dragonfire away. And if you got full health, you should be able to keep your tier on just like this. If you want, you can heal with an Estus to be safe. I usually just put on the sword and take off the assassin armor to be back below 30. Then, as always, you just go through here. Make sure you don't get hit by bombs. Make sure you don't get hit by these guys. And then across. And this is an excellent place to spam Henri, because right now there's nothing to hurt you for a bit. So up here, go straight. Almost all the way up the stairs, about here is fine. And then across. Then we skip Dragon Slayer. You keep spamming Henri's all the way through. I realized like it might be hard to see with me having the menu open, so. Alright, so in the archives, you're going to want to use the charcoal pine bundles to kill the crystal lizards. And that would make it like the old way with 1 charge R2 and 3 R1s. So you need this bonfire still. So you get it. If you want to have full HP, sit down on this bonfire. Absolutely. Actually, I'm going to do that now just because then I'll have Estus in case something goes wrong. Because archives can go wrong. So you do that, you sit down, you come here, you pick up the item. Otherwise, when opening this door, you can just spam Henri as much as you want. Nothing happens. Like, you just stuck anyway. Because quitting out will clear out the teardrop. So archives, you go left. Archives pretty much the same until the end as before. There's not much optimization to be done really, since you want all the twinkling tianites, because it does save a ton of time. You want to go around right corner this bit, and this is really important. You keep up stamina like to as much as you can. Put on the bundle, sorry. Charge R2, lock on R1s. After the charge R2, I usually take a tiny step back to really make sure you get a good angle for the hits. Because if you do miss, there's a little risk that you boost yourself up on the lizard, which is kind of rip. Anyway, you come up here, and when you do, you move around this guy so that he's angled wrong. You put on the resting bundle, you R2, move a little bit back, and then R1. So this is this bit that's kind of scary, killing this without the bundle. So then you go up here, you go about halfway up the stairs and turn around. And you want to keep the eye on Sage, because he can shoot a soul spear that's pretty fast. Then you move up. So I'll try to show here the movements. So you're aiming to like get in there. God, Sage is going to be rude. But yeah, just go back and check it again. The thing about teardrop is you got to be really fast to avoid all the things, because you do not have a lot of health. You come up here, you go up on this book pile, you move against this candlestick holder, you move through here, and this is where it gets tricky, because if you want to get the first chest here that I'm coming up on, like usually you would boost yourself on the fence and just go across, but this chest holds 3 twinklings, which is perfect. But if you step on the chest, you gain height and you cannot open the chest anymore, so you want to go on the left side of it. Usually I go like pretty carefully. If you want, you can weapon art to slow yourself down. It's a bit silly, but you can. I usually just take it easy. So you go up and you open it. And you pillage the chest, you get 3 twinkling tianites, making it, you got 7 in total for +3. If the chest should somehow like pull you down, which can happen, you can move on it to gain height back, and then just move against the fence. So if you get pulled down, you just move on the chests. I found out that a very hard way of losing a run that the chest can pull you down. Panicked and just died. Because the Sage is going to like throw things at you when you go across, which is scary. So just mind that. That can hit you, I believe, and like you can send this on some other bits to hit you. You want to move against this archway here, just a tiny bit, until you're about on level with the hinges. Then you go across on the fence here, and you'll be able to pick up the soul. Then like these guys will, you know, do average things they do. You go across, and you want to bone out to bonfire, shrine bonfire on the elevator. So when you get across here, you usually only get 39 luck. I don't know if that changes the hit count for any boss. I haven't really looked into it just yet. But when you get here, you want to sell that big soul, go to Andre, and you're going to level from 0 to +3. You'll be fine doing that. And then you come to the Firekeeper, who's of course going to be in a good spot. you gain luck. So I had more luck on this save file for whatever reason. But usually I end up at 39 luck. I don't know if that matters. If it does, you can pick up an extra soul early on, because you're only like barely off most of the time. But anyway, this is the up-to-date Teardrop 2 movements with the new routes, with the new economy changes. So yeah, I hope that helps. And thanks for watching.